Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to be making a presentation style bouquet using gladiolus. And I often overlook this beautiful flower. So in like late summer, when it's real hot out, you'll see gladiolus are in season. So I keep seeing them in the store. I happened to get this bundle at Costco. I think it was, I want to say like $15. So you get quite a few stems for $15, and it actually makes a really beautiful bouquet. And I'm going to start by kind of prepping the gladiolus because this is going to be more of a hand tied type of arrangement, but it won't have like that true hand tied turn to it, but just natural stems all gathered together. And I do like it to have a nice clean stem, a clean line when I'm gathering the bouquet. It just keeps it from looking messy and getting smushy and grass stains everywhere. So I'm going to remove a lot of the spiky foliage so I have that beautiful stem. And I am pulling back some of the longer ends of the glads there that haven't bloomed yet. I love the way they look, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much green, or it just has a funky turn to it that I know is not going to flow nicely with the bouquet. So I do end up pulling a few more of the ends off as I make the arrangement. But it's always good to prep your flowers ahead of time, especially doing a hand-tied arrangement, because your hands are going to be wrapped up and it's just very hard, and you won't want to let go of that bouquet because you finally got it exactly where you want it, and you just had to do one little bit of trim on a flower, and you don't want to let go of that. So if you have everything prepped, ready to go, it just will make it go a lot smoother and a lot less frustrating too. Not that flower arranging is frustrating, but if you finally get that perfect arrangement and then you have to let go of it, it's just heartbreaking. So I do hang on to the foliage here. You can do wonderful things with the greenery. It has that beautiful, oh, and then of course I throw that one away. But the ones that aren't damaged have that beautiful spiky shape to it. You could add these to table arrangements if you wanted them like centerpieces. Oh gosh, and if you did all the bridesmaids bouquets as gladiola presentation style here, you could just plop them right into some vases and you have instant centerpieces for the reception. But as I do with all presentation style bouquets, I'm going to arrange them right in my arms. I do like to do this in front of a mirror. I've got the camera with me here now, but you want to be able to see what the audience is going to see too. So you can arrange them right in your arms, but if you stand in front of a mirror, you can kind of get a better feel of how it's going to look. And it's just a matter of kind of working with the glads, letting them find their natural curves and working into each other. I just want more of a thicker, more colorful and more blooms towards the base, towards the hands there. And my original thought was to go ahead and arrange this bouquet and then put a nice big bow right where you'd hang on to it with some tails that will hang down. But as you see at the end, it's just, there's something so simple and beautiful about glads that, it doesn't really need that big loud bow at the end there. It kind of has a real just pristine, pretty flow to it. You can add other flowers along with this, and you can arrange this into a different style bouquet as well. It's just a little hard with line flowers like gladiolas and snapdragons to do more of a rounder bouquet just because they're so tall. If you do something like that, I do strongly recommend trimming off all the extra ends there that, as you can see right here, I'm going to go ahead and break it right off. So it's not so tall and overwhelming. And there were quite a few stems in this bundle. I didn't even use all of them because it was getting so big. I just didn't want something too large. You still want to be able to hang on to it as well. But once I have everything pretty much how I want it, in a bouquet like this, you could carry, of course, as it is right here, but you can also carry it down and off to the side too. It doesn't necessarily have to be carried um, like a pageant bouquet. Although having a type of bouquet arranged like this, it does allow some freedom with the other hand to, if you had to carry something else, or to if you needed a hand free, it's a good bouquet for that. And once I have everything kind of where I want it, I'm going to grab a chenille stem and just kind of cinch everything together. Typically with a regular hand tie bouquet, I like measuring about 2.5 hands down from the base to cut all my stems evenly. With presentation style bouquets, it's kind of up to you how much you want to cover that dress and how you're going to carry it. I mean, you could have stems very long. I think I ended up doing just a little over a hand here, and then I'm going to give it a good cut. So I have a floral knife that's very, very dull, as you can see. But you can use garden trimmers too, or you can use an actual sharp floral knife. I did have to go and trim off some of the stems that didn't want to break with some scissors. Using scissors and garden like cutters tend to smash the stems, and it doesn't take in quite as much water. That's why you would want to use a knife. For bouquets, they're not going to be lasting too long. I mean, a whole day for sure, but sometimes it's easier just to give it a snip than a slice. So back to the bow, I just wanted to do something simple. This arrangement kind of spoke to me as just being kind of just clean and simple, I guess. It's got the beautiful green and the bright orange. So just doing a little band of ribbon to cover up my mechanics and make a nice grip for the handler to hang on to. And to do that, I'm just going to give it a little wrap around there. I have seen people do kind of like a twist and a tuck into the ribbon itself. I like to just fold over the ends and then pin it in place with some corsage pins. Typically I'll trim up the corsage pins, but when I've got long line flowers like this, I can just kind of give it a push, parallel to the stems there to hold it in. You just want to make sure that nothing's poking out the back end to where it's going to poke somebody in the finger as they're carrying it. But it's just real simple and really economical. So if you're looking for an inexpensive way to have a beautiful showy bouquet, Gladiolus are the way to go. And again, you can carry them in many different ways too. But there you go, made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching.